top himself in his recent performances. That's why he's one of the top these in the tournament. So this is going to be a great match regardless of which way it goes.
The one thing also we're talking about is the edge guarding. I mean, both these players are fantastic edge guarders, and I think they have the capacity to edge guard each other very, very well. We have PK Thunder harassment, where if you can take Mario's second jump, it's almost impossible for him to line up the super jump punch. But at the same time, if Dark Wizzy finds himself like with a fully charged flood or offstage at the right place to throw the cape, that's it for BestNess.
Yeah, extremely vulnerable to a wide variety of Mario tools here when he's offstage trying to get back on.
I love the patience we're already seeing in the neutral, right? Like, Dark Wizzy, like, there was that PK fire, right? But he was still retreating because he was like, I still want to get a feel for exactly what he does after something whiffs.
Right.
Getting the full sense of everything.
Yep. Players taking stock of each other and what they want to do in disadvantage. Useful data for the rest of the set, especially when you got a long one like a best of 5. All right, BestNess finding a little bit more out of the openings right now, but we're at honestly pretty... Yeah.
Like very, very evasive, very almost passive aggressive because you see like
that's a great turn for here.
He dashed back after he got a parry because he expected like BestNess to press in further, and he's looking to just barely outrange BestNess and just like tap him in the face.
Yeah, this whole match honestly it feels like research.
Yeah.
All right, trying to clip with Mario's really pretty active dash attack there at the ledge, but BestNess's air dodge going to get him through safely.
I know some recoveries on Stadium 2, like Fox's Firefox, are actually really hard to hit with Mario dash attack. I'm wondering whether like Ness's air dodge is another similar thing here. But you know, I can see Dark Wizzy knowing for sure and like going for it's true.
All right, good early up B, knowing that BestNess wasn't in a position to get some down smash or anything on the ledge. Just going to avoid any kind of ledge hang shenanigans Ness has up his sleeve.
I love that, like, Dark Wizzy lands and just blocks, because he knows, like, Ness doing an aerial at his shield is a panic option, very common, and just wants to be protected against that.
All right, okay. And just when you think you have an opening on Ness in the air, it turns out you don't. A hallmark of the character since Smash began, pretty much. But Dark Wizzy's going to have to play this very carefully if he wants to get the stock out without taking too much more damage, because Ness can pile that on in a heartbeat.
It's interesting how like the tables turn, especially because BestNess is the one with that stage control. Now he's the one just like throwing aerials at that very slight dash-in distance and kind of hoping that Dark Wizzy just gets a little bit impatient at the wrong moments.
Yep. And Dark Wizzy, nice patience on trying to go off stage and interrupt Ness's recovery. He knew he wasn't in the position for it, so he just stayed on stage and punished the get up.
Ooh.
Oh, rough times. I mean,
I'd call that like a forced error, honestly, just because there was so much pressure coming out from the flood, constantly windboxing you, that the pressure is on you. It's like the moment I PK Thunder, Wizzy's going to react and jump out and hit me. So I need to make that cycle as fast as possible and maybe throws off your own aim in the process. Because like BestNess has a fantastic history when it comes to lining that up.
Influenced SD.
Yes,
if you will. Oh, okay. Ness's air dodge looking pretty strong right about now. That's really unfortunate.
Mario air dodge not as long,
Yeah, that was just a flat-out SD. There was no influence going on there.
Unfortunate.
BestNess is going to take that all the way to the bank, though. He is going to sit pretty with this lead. As patient as these guys have been playing, he's totally content to just rack up some early bread and butter combos and hold center stage.
I love the reaction by Dark Wizzy there. Stalking the platform, but BestNess has himself another chance. Using forward smash as an anti-air. It would have been angled up, too. Like
it would connect it. It's not a bad option.
Yeah.
But BestNess's landings, these aggressive landings with PK Fire are getting him so much mileage. And his use of down B as a mix. Oh, oh my God!
That's one way to just get rid of the follow-up problem.
Okay.
I think he was just trying to get like the PK Fire of like everything worked.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. Back air does it? No, not quite.
But Mario's got to fight his way back on stage. Okay, that's one way. Just the early up B. Nice awareness from Dark Wizzy.
Ooh, wow, the last hit not coming together.
That's done. Yeah, you can't.
No.
Well, I was going to say, don't make a liar of me, game.
Yeah, all right. I wasn't sure because we didn't get the zoom in. I'm like,
we didn't. You're right.
Yeah, that always plays tricks on me, but we did actually find the kill there. That back throw cutting it so close.
Really?
I thought Dark Wizzy was going to live that one.
I mean, the momentum started shifting the minute Dark Wizzy got that cape on the PK Fire. that was an alarm if I've ever seen one. Like, you need to take stock of what you're doing because I'm not out of this yet, and you cannot start sleeping on me.
Yeah, and that's the thing is BestNess is a bit of an emotional player. Like, you can actually see where if, like, something goes disastrously wrong, you can actually see his play get a little bit tilted, and he kind of starts unraveling a bit. But especially like because there's gap between games and stuff.
All right. Yeah, I mean, and you guys see, if you're watching the stream right now, we got some Meta Scouter stats coming up here. A graph showing the stocks taken in match 1.
Actually showing the percent too and the exact time marks of every single thing. Meta Scouter being able to just program all of this on the blink of an eye, fantastic stuff.
For all you number crunchers out there, definitely check them out. They've got some cool tools.
The one thing I want to point out is how long it took for the first couple stocks to be gone, and then suddenly, like, they were all flying after that.
Yeah.
Half the game for the first stock, and then, okay, now we're just going to kill each other.
We need to feel each other out. We need to take this match cautiously. And then as soon as something happens, it's just a giant, I was going to say something inappropriate, but
Okay.
you all know what I was getting at.
All right. But anyway, because Dark Wizzy lost, gets himself a counter pick. Going to be going to Tri-Flats, one of the absolute favorites for Mario players.
Yes. So many extensions you can get off of these platforms here. We saw it earlier, Prodigy making quick work of some of his earlier opponents. Dark Wizzy looking to do much the same here, although Ness notoriously difficult to juggle.
So one thing to always watch out for on this stage is that Mario finds himself a platform reset at the very top platform, right? Like manages to land in the middle of a ladder while doing up airs. He can carry you all the way off the top blast zone, like every time.
Dark Wizzy definitely been singing the praises of Mario up B since the game began.
Ooh.
Although,
no
really unfortunately timed comment on my part because it did not save him in that instance.
I mean, the way BestNess traced the line with that PK Thunder was so good because he made a wall with the tail and then also positioned the head so that if Dark Wizzy got hit by that, I think BestNess could have probably found a follow-up afterwards too.
Yeah. All right, I like that. Getting him out of harm's way after the edge guard didn't go the way he wanted.
And there's the potential if Dark Wizzy was impatient and air dodged to the ledge, they would have actually exploded from their rocket.
And this is something we saw BestNess do earlier against Lemon, is calling out either the staying in shield or the spot dodges by charging that active hitbox on the up smash.
Taking his time back to the stage. That air dodge functionally like a third jump at this point.
Pretty much, yeah. Ness is just so evasive in the air, especially at the hands of a capable pilot like BestNess. And now he's got an enormous lead on Dark Wizzy's counter pick.
I mean, this is the thing about Battlefield. Like, this is how it can help BestNess as a player as well, is that he has all these platforms to then show off his amazing air movement, right? He can weave between that middle layer of platforms and the top one or the floor at any moment. Yeah, and
Dark Wizzy trying to seal up the stock with a trump there, but Ness's floatiness kind of ruined his day.
He still found it.
He did find he found the back air eventually, but the path to it wasn't quite as straightforward as he was hoping.
Oh, I like that Dark Wizzy was ready for the double jump. Didn't quite find a punish, but is showing more and more ability to bait around BestNess. I love the cape too on top of that PK Fire. Just take full control of it.
And cape might be the word of the day here for Dark Wizzy because that is what we saw start turning the tides last game.
That's true. That's true. Oh! Wow, Dark Wizzy actually going for that super jump punch so high that BestNess wasn't able to swerve around and punish it in time.
Yeah, that was a definite gamble that paid off in spades for Dark Wizzy because that easily could have been the end of the game right there.
Dark Wizzy, getting himself back to safety and finding himself that stage control.
Yep. Nice confirm nair into grab. Dark Wizzy starting to get some cogs turning here.
Looking for the ledge wake up, and BestNess having so much patience just jumping up and doing nothing, but Wizzy still calls out with a back air and catches that landing. He still has another whole stock to go, though. Yeah,
and you saw at the end of that stock, BestNess trying to get back on stage, adjust his momentum with the down B. Dark Wizzy waited for it, and as soon as he saw BestNess pull the trigger with that down B in the side magnet, he was ready with the punish. This is the kind of back and forth you start to see when you get top players playing long sets like this.
Right, deliberately waiting for the stalls and then punishing afterwards. Here we go. 128. It's so scary against Ness on the ledge, even if you're on Battlefield.
Anything that's just slightly misspaced on shield in the wrong spot is going to be a back throw.
Oh, but this could... Okay, no. Great DI, yeah.
We all knew it was coming.
Oh!
Okay. If the first two fail, then...
This is actually a very real shot now for Dark Wizzy.
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
Even percents all around, and he's got himself control of the ledge. BestNess sneaks by and finds the F-tilt.
That will will always look goofy to me.
Yeah, I mean, he took like 5 stocks with that move in doubles earlier today. I think it was against Dark Wizzy and MVG's team. And it's so goofy because it's the lowest, wimpiest school kid kick.
It is.
And then it
shouldn't do anything.
It feels a grown man soldier that's like dismantled mechs with his bare hands. Like,
his foot's not even big.
His foot's, like, I could get in Smash 4 when he kills people with his noggin because it's like,
sure.
it's the size of like
it's like a globe.
Yeah.
Okay? That makes sense to me. Swinging a cannonball around out there in the sky. But the little kicks
and like with
defies belief.
When you look at like the percent here, right? Like 120 was when Dark Wizzy lost his first stock, right?
Yeah.
And then he managed to last for like the entire second duration of the game,
Yeah.
just getting very slowly picked, figuring out that slow tempo to work at baiting in BestNess. So if he can keep that tempo going immediately into this next game,
Yeah.
he can find himself in a great position.
Yeah, it really did feel like the stats showed that things started just shifting in Dark Wizzy's favor as he figured out some of BestNess's movement options toward the middle half of that game. And if
Look at this.
BestNess is going to have to do some serious adjusting here because right now Dark Wizzy is using everything he's learned so far to just force and smother BestNess at ledge.
Oh man, BestNess just barely sneaking past that up smash, but not going to get by that second one. That spot dodge and sub smash so good.
And for viewers, the score is 1-1 right now. Dark Wizzy did manage to bring that second game back into his favor. Looking at a third, or second right now.
No, BestNess. Wait, yeah,
no, I'm sorry.
It's actually BestNess won both games. Yeah,
you are correct.
Yeah. I was like, wait a minute, we were just talking about that F tilt.
Can you tell it's been a long weekend for us? But, you know, there's no way I'd rather send the weekend out than with some matches like this, because it was a little kicks. You are. This is why they have 2 people commentating so that we can pick up the slack when one of us says something that's like clearly
no! Just like that, the PK Thunderhead doing so much great work for BestNess, evening the game nearly entirely. Just needs to find his way back to center stage, and Dark Wizzy kind of knows it.
Yep.
Stalking the shadows of the platform, catching the landing right afterwards. And he gets...
All right.
Okay, just looking for the maximum damage with the super jump punch. Doesn't find it, but still comes back safely.
BestNess going to mix up his DI, keep Dark Wizzy guessing on which side he's going to pop out on. Saving himself from an untimely end there. And these drag down combos from the up airs are real impressive.
Just fading back. I think being prepared in case it was like a rising forward air.
Yes. Oh, no!
Okay. Good on BestNess for not immediately up being either. He wanted to make sure he didn't give Dark Wizzy any options to come back. And I think that's why Dark Wizzy just drifted towards him as hard as possible.
Yeah.
Was hoping that some miscalculation would happen.
Unfortunate error from Dark Wizzy there, up being in the wrong direction. Couldn't drift back to ledge without running into BestNess. And he's going to have to hold on to what he's learned and not let this get in his head.
This is, I mean, it's still very within his grasp to,
Oh!
Big damage right there. And BestNess has himself a chance, but the cape once again defending against that PK Thunder.
Yeah, this is just,
that was so
standing
close.
in the face of the capes. BestNess knows he doesn't have to do anything right now. The onus is on Dark Wizzy, 100%.
What's the option here? Gonna have to PK Thunder.
Yeah, he's gonna, okay, Magnet Hands.
Yeah, that was actually bouncing off the stage, and I think that gave BestNess just the maneuverability to avoid that 2 frame. Huh.
Okay.
Well, I think sometimes you just hit someone when they're moving away, and that's bad DI.
Yeah, yep.
Like it's like a crit, basically.
And Dark Wizzy definitely gonna welcome any crits he can find. He's still in this game. It's going to be competitive. We've seen the tides turn wildly so far in this set already, but
I mean,
he is playing from behind.
If you're looking at like the previous game, right, we saw Dark Wizzy manage to make a comeback like even bigger than this. So he definitely can put on that damage. And I think that's part of the reason why BestNess is playing so conservatively at those platforms. Is he's hoping to coax Dark Wizzy into making a harder read than he'd like to. Because otherwise, he might get punished for a single whiff himself and eat a whole lot of damage.
You have to wonder, though, if that conservatism is going to come back to bite BestNess. Because we did see in Game 1 how things started slipping out of his grasp as he eased off the gas. The way that he got all of this damage and this huge lead, not counting the SD, is from pressuring Dark Wizzy's shield really aggressively.
Catching the air dodge, and just like that, 80 damage and an edge guard. Good awareness by Wizzy not being caught by that rising up air.
All right. Gonna gamble with an air dodge back on the stage, but Dark Wizzy is not in a position to punish, and we are at a last hit situation pretty much right again.
Wham!
Wow.
You called it, man. Last hit indeed. Nair into F smash. The thing that's so nice about that is you can see it's not really a combo, but because there's the lean back in the beginning of the forward smash, it functionally works to punish somebody mashing out a hit stun, and then you just kill them for it.
Those hurt box manipulations are so crucial at a level like this. And if we're looking at the stocks here, we see that unfortunate SD from Dark Wizzy. Not a whole lot of percent there, but clawed it back and able to seal the game up just in the nick of time.
I mean, like we were talking earlier, that momentum that he had at the end of game 2, right? It ended up paying off because even though he did SD, he still understood how to play at that right tempo to slowly work his way into BestNess, and more importantly, find the last hit to seal the deal.
Yep. So keeping himself on the board here, it's going to be 2-1 in favor of BestNess. Dark Wizzy can't let up just yet.
What's up here? Okay, yeah, they are actually playing here. They were just staring at each other at first. So I feel like they were talking to production about something, but they're into it.
All right, Pokemon Stadium 2. This is where we started everything off. We are... Yeah, okay. Something about these two players on this stage. They're just giving each other a lot of respect at the start.
I mean, it's such a wide stage, right? You have so much currency to like dash back here that it's not as committal as on like a slightly smaller one like Battlefield or Smashville, where like you dash back like 2 or 3 times and oops, you're in the corner.
Yeah, and there's options to get off the platforms. You're really caught on them, like you are on potentially Smashville. All right, BestNess pulling out an early lead here, holding on to the stage control.
Just barely shy of lining up the down smash for the 2-frame, but he still gets the second one on the neutral getup.
Dark Wizzy. Oh, it caught his jump.
Yeah.
Well played from BestNess. Just loading off stage with all of those traps. Dark Wizzy could get through a few of them, couldn't get through them all.
Another opportunity for a grab. And we see, Dark Wizzy throwing up his shield, because the past few times BestNess has been double jumping on his recovery. He's throwing out an aerial as he does it. And BestNess knows that, so he doesn't even throw out the aerial. He knows he has Dark Wizzy's respect to get to the ledge.
Yeah. All right, BestNess able to fight his way back on the stage and get reset the situation here. But he's putting on a lot of percent. Dark Wizzy has to make sure this doesn't get out of control, and he does by angling that up smash up, calling out BestNess's drift precisely.
The thing that's funny is, like, there was footstool into magnet, which is such a weird thing to get hit by, and Wizzy wasn't flustered. He's like, all right, next he's going to be landing near me again, so force smash?
Yep. Exactly. Force palm if I've ever seen it. All right, and that is the blessing of multi-hits right there. You can't parry them all anymore. Platform going to stuff out PK Fire there.
But BestNess still finds his next hit and a full stock lead. We've seen Wizzy turn these situations into last hit in the past 2 games. So it's so hard to count him out.
Yeah, I mean, by all counts, this should be a fantastic spot for BestNess.
Yeah.
But we've seen everything pretty much in this set come from this position into some nail-biter last hit situation.
Beautiful spacing against the back air by BestNess, just kind of coasting that out, getting a pivot grab on it, and reacting to the tech option, wake-up option rather, on the platform. Doesn't get the punish on the air dodge, but still manages to just stuff out Wizzy's jumping movement.
Yeah, and you know what? Something that's interesting going on right now. BestNess is not easing off the gas at this point. And I think he might have realized that that might have done him a disservice in the previous games and made them closer than they needed to be.
Oh, I see. Like by keeping his momentum going,
yes.
He's not letting Dark Wizzy find his composure.
There's no room to breathe. He's continuing to smother.
Just like that, 130%. Yeah, if Wizzy takes the stock, he's in such a tight area in order to take the next one after this. Oh,
yeah, you can't.
Can do it. Yep.
Against a character like Ness, you can only cheat death so many times.
Yeah, that fast fall up air is going to do the trick. BestNess gets to advance onward, taking out Dark Wizzy and kind of keeping up the momentum he's been having. Like since SmashCon, he's been performing